Hi there, it's July 14th and time for Proverbs 14. Let's jump over there. Turn that off. Okay, deep in the Proverbs now. Every wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. Happens a lot, doesn't it? Whoever lives with integrity fears the Lord, but one who is devious in his ways despises him. It says, walketh in his righteousness over here. That is in the uprightness of heart and without hypocrisy. Don't despise the Lord, right? 3, the proud speech of a fool brings a rod of discipline, pride, right? But the lips of the wise protect them, keeping your mouth shut most of the time, right? Wise people know it's best not to speak most of the time. 4, and this one's highlighted, where there are no oxen, the feeding trough is empty, but an abundant harvest comes through the strength of an ox. Where there is no business, your shop is empty, right? And clean and swept, but 5, an honest witness does not deceive, but a dishonest witness utters lies. Right. All the time, right? A mocker seeks wisdom and doesn't find it, but knowledge comes easily to the perceptive. Or to him that will understand, right? Are you perceptive? That's something you can pray for, to be perceptive. 7, stay away from a foolish man, and you will gain no knowledge from his speech. Right. Don't listen to those people. They're easy to spot, too. 8, the sensible man's wisdom is to consider his way, but the stupidity of fools deceives them. Sensible man's wisdom is to consider his way. This is understand his way over here. 9, fools mock at making restitution, but there is goodwill among the upright. Guilt offerings. The fool maketh a mock of sin, but among the righteous there is favor. This note here. Doth not know the grievousness thereof, nor God's judgments against the same. Right. You don't know the price of that sin, right? 10, the heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares its joy. Right. What's this note say? A man's conscience is witness of his own grief, so another cannot feel the joy and comfort which a man feeleth in himself. Right. Nobody can know exactly how you feel, okay? God can, but no human, okay? They've had different life experiences. Even if you grew up together, okay? I grew up side by side with my brother who's 1 year younger than me, and he is absolutely different. He could not understand the way I feel about things, right? Bitterness or joy. They can't. They just don't know. 11, the house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will stand. Flourish. The house of the wicked, no matter how well it's built, will be destroyed. But the tent, right? That's a good one. 12, there's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. Right? If you're not following the Lord, you're going down the wrong path. 13, even in laughter, heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief. These are both blue. These go together, okay? The heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares its joy. Even in laughter, the heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief, right? You don't know what people are dealing with. Be kind, always. 14, the disloyal one will get what his conduct deserves, and a good man what his deeds deserve, right? You look, as to say yesterday, you look for trouble and you're going to find trouble. Look for good and you'll find good. 15, the experienced one believes anything. The inexperienced one believes anything. But the sensible one watches his steps. Right? Naive, inexperienced. Right? Need to be sensible. 16, a wise man is cautious and turns from evil, but a fool is easily angered and is careless. False. 17, a quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man who schemes is hated. It says a busybody over here. A busybody. A man of imaginations. Right? Dreamers. They call them dreamers now. Nobody likes dreamers because all they do is dream and they never actually do anything, right? 18, the inexperienced inherit foolishness, but the sensible are crowned with knowledge. What version is this? Oh, there we are. The inexperienced inherit foolishness. The sensible are crowned with knowledge. There's prudent over here. Prudent and sensible. Is that the same thing? I think so. Maybe, right? 19, the evil bow before those who are good, the wicked at the gates of the righteous. There's a note here. If this come not daily to pass, we must consider that it is because our sins which let God's working. The evil bow before those who are good. That's an interesting verse, huh? It says the evil shall bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. I mean, eventually, I believe that's true. Do they do that right now? I don't think they do. It's an evil will bow. Yeah. Shall. 20, 21 go together. Huh? A poor man is hated even by his neighbor, but there are many who love the rich. All right. A poor man is hated even by his neighbor. They are shunned. All right. But there are many who love the rich. Do they love the rich or do they love their money? Okay. It's usually money. Okay. The one who despises his neighbor sins, but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. See, those two go together. Okay. You show kindness to the poor, you will be happy. Okay? Interesting. You could go off on a tangent on that verse 20, huh? There are many who love the rich. Okay, 22. Don't those who plan evil go astray, but the one those who plan good find loyalty and faithfulness. Right. Look for trouble, you're going to find trouble. 23. There is profit in all hard work, but endless talk leads only to poverty. Right. Words of lips, dreamers, schemers. Right. Profit in all hard work. No job should be looked down upon, especially the person doing that job. Yeah. 24. The crown of the wise is their wealth, but the foolishness of fools produces foolishness. Foolishness of fools produces foolishness. The crown of the wise is their wealth. There's riches over here. Crown of the wise is their riches. Okay. I don't take that to mean necessarily money or possessions. Okay. I've known some rich people who have almost nothing, but they're satisfied with what they got. They're thankful for the things they have. They have everything they need. Okay? And they're happy and they're joy to be around. Okay? 25, a truthful witness rescues lives, but one who utters lies is deceitful. Right. Truthful witness, right? Faithful witness. 26, in the fear of the Lord, one has strong confidence, and his children have a refuge. Right. Fear the Lord, walk in his ways. Right. Keep him always above you. And you can be confident. And your children can be confident, right? My children know they can always come to their dad if anything's wrong. Okay. And they're in their 30s and 40s now. Okay. 27, the fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, turning people away from the snares of death. A fountain of life. 28, a large population is a king's splendor, but a shortage of people is a ruler's devastation. Right? You can only be king as long as you have followers and as long as you have a kingdom. Right? If everybody leaves and you're by yourself, you're no longer a king. Okay. 29, a patient person shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one promotes foolishness. Right? Patience isn't easy sometimes. Right? If you pray for patience, God will teach you patience. Why? How? By making you be patient. Not easy. 30, a tranquil heart is life to the body, but jealousy is rottenness to the bones. Might say envy over here. Envy. Okay. Envy and jealousy to me are two different things. Okay. Jealousy is the fear of being betrayed by someone you loved and trusted. Okay. And that fear and that jealousy will rot your bones. Envy will also do that. Envy is wanting something somebody else has. Okay. Jealousy is fear of betrayal. Okay. And it's an anger that is almost impossible to deal with. Okay. 31, the one who oppresses the poor man insults his maker, but the one who is kind to the needy honors him. You insult a poor person, you're insulting God who made him. What does this say up here? Up here in the blue ones, right? Or were they green? There it is. A poor man is hated by his neighbor. There are many who love the rich, right? One who despises his neighbor's sins. Right? That's why these are all green, right? The one who oppresses the poor person insults his maker, capital M. But the one who is kind to the needy honors him, capital H, God, right? We'll put those all together. The wicked one is thrown down by his own sin, but the righteous one has a refuge in his death. Right. The righteous one has a refuge in his death. Wisdom resides in the heart of the discerning. She is known even among fools. Right. Wisdom is known even among fools. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a disgrace to any people. Making him blue today. A king favors a wise servant, but his anger falls on a disgraceful one. Right. King, we don't have kings, but happens, right, with leaders today. So there you go. Let's go over our highlights here. A lot, force highlighted. Where there are no oxen, the feeding trough is empty, or clean, or clean, right? But an abundant harvest comes through the strength of an ox. Okay? If you want to get your car fixed, if you're going down looking for car auto repair shops and you notice one where it's clean and shiny and beautiful and the tools are all hung up and everything's gorgeous and the floors are clean, right? And the uniforms are clean and everything is spotless. That man's not making any money, okay? He's not making any money, right? Where there are no cars, right? Your bank account is empty. Okay? And if you go to a shop where there's cars everywhere, okay, he's got cars parked outside, he's got cars in all of his space, okay? That's where I would take my car because obviously he has a reputation of being a good mechanic and knowing what he's doing because everybody goes to him, okay? His shop is not clean. His bank account is not empty. It goes the same with any business, right? There needs to be signs of customers. Okay? You know, barbershop, go to a barbershop that has the most hair on the floor. It's not all swept and beautiful and clean because that guy knows how to cut hair and everybody goes to him. Okay? You can get a lot out of that verse. Right? 10 and 13 go together, so we'll read those together. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no outsider shares its joy. Even in laughter, heart may be sad, and joy may end in grief. Right? He showeth the allurement unto sin seemeth sweet, but the end thereof is destruction. Right? So, you don't know how somebody feels. You don't know what they're going through. Okay? 11, the house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the upright will stand. Right? Flourish. Yeah, the very tent. Okay. A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of schemes is hated. Right? This busybody over here is hated. Man of schemes, man of imaginations, busybody. Right? Quick-tempered people act foolishly. Right? Okay, we're going to put all these 3 green verses, we're going to put these together. Okay? A poor man is hated even by his neighbor, but there are many who love the rich. Right? Do they? Take all this money away and see how many friends stick around. Right? The one who despises his neighbor sins, but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. Right? Every poor man is hated by his neighbor, but the one who shows kindness to the one who despises his neighbor sins, but whoever shows kindness to the poor will be happy. And then down here, the one who oppresses the poor person insults his maker, right? Insults God. The one who is kind to the needy honors God. Okay? Don't look down on people, especially if they're poor. 23, there is profit in all hard work, but endless talk leads only to poverty. Right. If somebody's working, if they've got a job, no matter how menial the job is, they are to be respected, right? There's profit in that. Those are all pink, but they don't go together. So. In the 26, in the fear of the Lord, one has strong confidence, and his children have a refuge. Right? The kids come to you in times of trouble. Right? Good Christian, God-fearing man, and your children come to you. It's a good feeling, right? Because my children do that. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, turning people away from the snares of death. Okay? A patient person shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one promotes foolishness. Pretty much, huh? It's hard to have patience sometimes. But you can learn patience, right? 30, a tranquil heart is life to the body, but jealousy is rottenness to the bones, right? A tranquil heart, sound heart, right? A heart that is at peace, thankful, you have enough food, you know the Lord, right? Jealousy, envy, it says over here, will rot your bones. Yeah. And we did that one, right? And there's a couple of righteous ones in here. The righteous one has a refuge in his death, right? And righteousness exalts a nation. There you go. Those are the righteous ones. And at some point, I'm going to put all of those together and show us how hard it is to be righteous, but what the advantages are of being righteous and the rewards for righteousness, right? So there you go. That's Proverbs 14. So stay tuned later. We are still in the book of Acts, 18 or something like that. Well, like day 195. So stay tuned for that this afternoon. Give us a like if you think about it. And tomorrow we'll keep going. See you next time.